Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with another episode of Cupid Parasite. Alright, we're gonna finish up Allan's route. So last episode we did the happy ending. Now, in this episode, gotta get all the other endings. So let's try to go for the normal ending. Need to, it says load this file, I believe. Alright, let's load this save file. Just getting right into it. Probably be a lot of skipping involved. Oh, and Lynette was like enamored with Allan. Alright, this time we're just gonna stare at him awkwardly. I stare into his red eyes as if I want him to notice me. Notice me, senpai. My angel senpai. What's with that begging look in your eyes? Well, that is... If you look at me like that, I'll be too busy staring back at you to kiss you, you know. You want me to, right? Then how about asking for it? Whispering sweetly, Allan traces my chin with his fingers, oh my. He knows what I want, but he still wants me to voice it aloud. Such a sly demon. I know he's just toying with me, but I have to oblige him. Can you kiss me, my sweet demon? So awkward. When I asked him in a small voice, he chuckled and gave me a light kiss. For someone who's like, I'm gonna cherish this person, he's like, he can be really lewd sometimes. Although Lynette's responses are a little bit innocent. Just a smooch, nothing more. Sweet demon, huh? Well, you're quite devilish too for hugging me in a place where your coworkers can see you. Haha, you're the only demon around here, Allan. Let's go to the Happy Forest Cafe for dinner. I think you'd enjoy their menu. I mean, not for long, I guess. And I'm technically not the only demon if we count Claris. And I guess Lynette too, because I guess all angels are capable of becoming demons. Their version of falling. Is that so? I am looking forward to it, but... Okay, skip. Alright. It actually doesn't seem to be that many choices to get the normal ending, which makes me wonder if, like, does it end early? Usually if the chapters end... If the chapters end, like, prematurely, that usually is, like, an indicator of a bad ending. Like, when we ate that oyster. And then Raoul started believing in Satan, the oyster. Man, after this ending, Raoul seems kind of normal. Like, Allan's route was just... a lot more of a roller coaster of emotions. Feel so bad for him, just like doing all this for Lynette and pretending to be a bad boy. Oh boy, here we go. This is where we get stabbed. Skip. What's the next choice? There's no choices in this one. I probably could have, like, skipped ahead a bit. Catch me if you can. That was a short chapter. Oh, Claris. Claris, mommy Claris, I still want to date you. I wish she was the secret. I wish she was the secret character that we could date. They should have a female option. That'll probably be like an option in like future games. Although Otome games, I mean, they tend to like favor one or the other. Like there's either girls going after guys or Or a guy going after a bunch of girls. Although you don't have a lot of those on the Switch. Not a lot of, they're not called Ultimate. What's the guy version of it? The dating sims. Hand over the menu. Here you go, sir. Oh, here's the drink menu. Ah, thank you. I'll have a Vienna coffee. After I placed the order, Guilty sat down in front of me with a slight smile. I guess we don't remember about him ordering coffee now. When the drinks arrived, I pulled out the gift that I brought. What did I get him? Thank you so much for the other day. If you don't mind, please take this. It's a something. I forgot. I already forgot what I gave him. Too much stuff happened after that. I was more focused on, like, the bracelet. Alright, memories. Alright, there's one more choice after this. It looks like it shovels us into the normal end. It wasn't scary. No, it wasn't scary. Thanks to you, Guilty. I probably didn't get a leg cramp or didn't get dragged into the water thanks to him. However, I couldn't explain why I felt as though I would find myself in constant danger if he left. Skip. Right, so there's no more choices after this. So I wonder... Oh, okay. Looking for lost time. Nope, still going. I wonder if there's like an ending... I'll say, like, I wonder if it's gonna end before, like, we reawaken as a goddess? Like, would there be a human ending if we just, like, don't never remember? But I feel like the whole thing with Allan, like, we had to remember our relationship with him to even, like, have a romance with him. I feel like if we just don't remember, that would be a bad ending. Catcher in Los York. Okay, this is the normal end. Guilty and I managed to land in Greece. We're back! I felt a sudden wave of relief, and I collapsed onto the ground. I think we should be fine now. Guilty let out a sigh and looked at me. I took in his current appearance. Black horns with strange patterns, a huge wing and a long tail, and cold, ominous eyes. This is Guilty, right? I had to believe it was, but when I looked at him straight on, it was hard to believe it. After all, who could imagine that their close friend can turn into a demon? Close friend? You went on one outing. Just then, I felt something cool and stiff on my neck. The necklace. Okay, she is awakening. The necklace is still here? I thought I felt it fall away a second ago. As I stood there stunned by everything that was going on around me, this apparent demon smiled softly. And then he hugged me. Don't worry. Once I do this, you'll forget all of this. Huh? In that moment, a strange light also embraced me. Okay, this is the ending where we just lose all our memories. A foreboding but alluring red light. It shined the same color as his eyes. I'll forget... what? You'll never see that necklace again. I'll seal it away completely. He gently presses his lips against my forehead. Felt like something inside of me made a sound, and then left me. I have no idea what it might have been, but all of a sudden, I understood completely that it would never return. Oh, just like that, huh? It's finished. He gave me a cold smile and gently stroked the back of my neck. As he touched me, I realized the necklace I was wearing was gone. Huh? Necklace? What necklace? Oh, this feels weird. I felt confused while Guilty just stood there looking at me anxiously. I smiled back at him to convince him everything was fine. He replied by speaking with a thoughtful expression. Let me ask you something. Do you recognize the name Allan Melville? Allan Melville? I had never heard it before, so I shook my head. Oh, our love wasn't strong enough. Oh no. Sorry, I can't say I do. Really? Good. That's the name of an evil being who would deceive you. Forget you ever heard it. Oh wait, is he gonna leave for good? With that, he spread his singular wing wide. He was planning to go somewhere far away. Before I realized what I was doing, I grabbed his arm. Wait! Please wait. You're guilty, right? No, he's like, I'm guilty in more ways than one. When I said that name, his face twisted. It looked like he was about to cry. Or maybe not. Maybe that was just his way of smiling. It was as if whatever tension he was holding fell away. As if he just completed a long journey. That's right. I'm guilty. He said it clearly, as if to make sure there was no confusion. No, we just forgot him. Forgot him twice. Without warning, he snapped his fingers. And the demon in front of me transformed into Guilty, as if a curtain had been dropped. So you are guilty. I knew it. Have you been a demon all along? Indeed I have. You're quite the delicacy among humans, you know. So I've been keeping an eye on you. A girl like you is an easy target for us demons, so I gave you an amulet. He poked my wrist. My bracelet? Wait, this is from you? He just smiled at me knowingly. That was all the answer I needed. I was sure I recognized that smile. Maybe from childhood. There was someone who always stood by me, so that I was never afraid. Someone who made sure I was always comfortable. Hey, come here. You don't need to head into the forest. There's nothing to be afraid of. I got rid of it. I'm here with you, so just calm down and go to sleep. Listen to me. Never take off this bracelet. Even when you're asleep, you need to wear it. Always and forever. It will always protect you. So the voice I heard when I wanted to go into the forest, and the voice when I cried myself to sleep. That was you, Guilty. Always. You're always there, watching over me, ever since I was a child. You remembered, but you were so young. Maybe, but I still remember. I remember there was always someone there when I was scared, when I was crying. Guilty. I took his hand and looked up at him. When you saved me at the pool, it brought back so many memories. Since then, I haven't stopped thinking about you. I can't explain why, but I think it's because you protected me from those other demons. Oh, he's like, that's not the only reason, but she'll never know. Oh. He didn't say a word. He just looked at me. He seemed exhausted, as if he'd been dealing with a troublesome child, and took a step back. He looked like he wanted to escape, so I ran up to him in desperation. Please, Guilty. Don't leave me. Even after I grabbed onto him, he didn't say anything. For some reason, it seemed like he was trying to avoid me, despite the fact that he'd been protecting me all this time. I'm a demon. I can't be with a human like you. But I love you. He's like, what? She still remembered the love. You'll be happier with another normal human. Don't let a demon seduce you. Just forget about me. Find another human to be happy with, like Guile over there. But I don't want to live without you. How could I forget you? I want to be with you forever. At this point, how could I just forget him and go on with my life? I mean, you kind of already did. Oh, poor Allan. You've been studying mythology, right? Shouldn't you be afraid of demons like me? Maybe I just want to devour your soul. I don't care. I don't want to let go of you ever again. Why? How can I ever feel at ease again without you? As soon as I said it, I knew that was my honest feeling. I couldn't imagine feeling the same way with anyone else. This was my first time in my life I'd felt such a desperate need to be with someone else. Please, Guilty, don't go. I ran up to him, embraced him, and he faltered. Eventually, he tentatively hugged me back. You just love to cause trouble, don't you? If you've been watching me since I was young, then you know I'm selfish, right? True enough. And I also know that you never listen to anyone once you've made up your mind. I've tried to conceal my feelings, but maybe it'll be okay. I hope you'll forgive me for this. He seems to be talking to himself. Suddenly, he snapped his fingers. Without warning, he turned back into his demon form. Seeing me as I am now, can you still say you love me? Of course. But this is my true form. And besides you, nobody else in this world can see me. Nobody? That's weird. Okay. She's gonna be talking to herself a lot. When you talk to me, people will think you're talking to yourself. Do you still want to be with me? I mean, that's not always the case, is it? I mean, like, he interacted with, like, everyone at Cupid Corp and all of his clients at the pillow store. Like, can he become more corporeal? Or, like, can he not do that for very long? Yes, absolutely. I don't care if people think I'm talking to myself. Oh, we got the crazy girl ending. Even if I'm the most evil demon imaginable who has committed the most horrific sins. Whatever that means, losing you would be worse. He's been with me since childhood. He's disappeared once. I didn't want to let him go again. Since I was young, there's always been some place I've wanted to return to. I've never known what that meant, but it's probably you. So I don't want to let you go. I looked at him straight in the eye when I said that. Apparently that was enough. Okay, I give up. I've finished it, so I guess it's fine. What do you mean, it? Forget it, doesn't matter. I think he met his missions. He finished his mission to turn into a human. But when you fall in love with a human, feel free to let me know. What? Why would you say something like that? I'll never love anyone but you, Guilty. I bet, like, is she, like, gonna really do this? I feel like if she does, like, Guilty could just, like, wipe her memories again, I guess, and, like, she'll just forget him and then live her life normally with a human. I feel like he's just, like, humoring her at this point. Right, right. Guilty. He muttered softly to himself and embraced me. His warm scent took me back to a time when he was there by my side. Finally, I had a memory to go back to, and I wasn't about to let it go. Oh, the irony. That's not like your hardcore memories. Guilty. Who is it? Me or her? In the name of our sins, let us take the stage. Whether it is nobler in mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or take the arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. That's when I started to live with Guilty. Him, a demon, and me, a simple college student in Los York. He taught me so much about what demons actually were. He told me how they don't need to eat like humans, and how sometimes they didn't want to eat at all to avoid getting fat. He also told me how hard it was maintaining a human form all the time, and how it was a pain explaining why he was always around me. And I learned since demons don't age, their physical forms didn't age either. Finally, he told me that if I kept spending time with a demon, I wouldn't be able to receive the blessings of the gods. But I wanted to stay with him anyway, because I loved him. Maybe that will keep the arrow away. But you'd think, like, being around him so much, it might trigger some more memories. Alright, Professor Mythology, I don't remember the voice I gave you. So based on this, we can tell that demons were treated similarly to gods, and... Guilty and I were in class together, as usual. This is weird. Today's lecture was focused on mythology, specifically focused on demons. Treated like gods, huh? Humans sure do love to come up with interesting theories. Floating right behind me, Guilty lifted up my book and flipped it over. Hey, come on, not again! Oh, now she just has, like, paranormal activity going around her. Shh. If you keep talking out loud, they'll think you're crazy. Remember, you're the only one who can see me. Okay, guys, got a private little paranormal ghost here, and he likes pulling pranks on her. I know you're right, but... a book flipping over by itself is still pretty suspicious. Why don't you just come down here in your human form? I whispered it quiet enough so no one else would hear, but he just laughed. If I was in my human form, I wouldn't be able to sneak into lectures like this now, would I? Besides, I'll have to come up with an excuse for being by your side all the time. And on top of that... He moved closer and kissed me on the cheek. I wouldn't be able to kiss you like that, right? As his lips softly touched my cheek, I started to blush. The sound of the kiss lingered in my ears. That's a major distraction. just like all getting hot and bothered and in the middle of class and like technically no one's there. Oh no, yeah. Guile! What's wrong? Why is your face turning red? Huh? Oh, I'm fine. Guile shot me a suspicious glance, but after a second he faced forward again. I glared at the demon sitting behind me, making sure Guile wasn't paying attention. Guilty, seriously? I told you not to do this during class. I can't help myself. You're just too cute. He chuckled and patted my head. The demon who'd stood by my side since childhood. There's no doubt he was my boyfriend now. My invisible boyfriend. Oh god. This doesn't feel like a normal ending. I mean, this feels like a bad ending. This just feels bad. He took advantage of the fact that he was invisible and came with me to class every single day. So, what should we do after class? I really wanted to go to that new ice cream place on 7th Avenue. Instead of saying it out loud, I got used to writing things down in my notebook. All of our conversations were in writing. I see. Ice cream, huh? Sounds nice. Then maybe I should show up in my human form. I thought about that and wrote in my notebook again. You don't have to, it's hard on you, right? But you don't want to eat ice cream alone, right? That's how he showed he cared about me. I knew how exhausting it was for him to try to keep up a human form. He did it for a long time then, during that whole Parasite 5 debacle. I also remembered that he told me how demons don't have the same sense of taste as humans. I can't get over what a sweet demon he is. He always indulges me. With those pleasant feelings in mind, I pick up my pen again. I'm never alone because you're always there with me. Also, since you're not human, eating a lot would make you fat, right? I glanced at Guilty and poked his stomach. You've been eating too much with me around lately. You need to go back to being a demon. Right. Well, hopefully you won't leave me even if I get a little chubby. Feel like a big fat chubby demon. Be a gluttonous demon. I don't care if you look completely different. Girls will come chasing after you no matter what, so... I mean, not if they can't see him. To be honest, that's not really the reason I want him to keep his demon form. As a human, Guilty is so handsome and so wise. Every Los Yorker looking for love comes to talk to him. I know how eager college students are. I'm just afraid another girl will come along and take him. I would never say that to him, of course. I keep that to myself. Your face is so cute. The face of a girl in love. Yes. His voice came into my ear from directly behind me. I wanted to cry out. But he quickly put a hand over my mouth. It's time for class, my darling. And don't whisper into my ear like that. That's what I wanted to say, but since he was holding my mouth, I could only glare at him. Look at that scary face. I know this isn't your real intention. If I fail this class, Guilty, it's your fault. As he saw me write that in my notebook, he flapped his wing. It's true. I don't know how I can stay up all night with you the day before your report is due. So I guess this bad demon should behave and go to sleep. On your lap, maybe. What? Before I could do anything, he laid himself across the classroom chairs. And of course his head was in my lap. I thought Kyle was sitting next to me. Is he sitting in Kyle's lap too? There's no better place to sleep than your lap. Good night, my darling. He let out an honest-to-God's yawn and went to sleep. Come on! How am I supposed to focus? Still, I couldn't deny that it made me happy, so I left everything as it was. As I listened to the lecture, I absentmindedly stroked Guilty's head. My boyfriend insisted on calling himself a bad demon. He's so possessive, so spoiled. A far sight from the mature version of himself he used to be. Okay. Maybe at the end she'll snap out of it. Anyway, on the way home, we went to 7th Avenue. We spotted a new ice cream shop where we bought salted caramel ice cream. We enjoyed it as we walked down the street. Everything looks so delicious when I watch you eat. That's because it really is delicious. I'm glad we came here. A date with Guilty. Of course, everyone else thinks I'm just out here window shopping by myself. This is sad. Enjoying my ice cream, I stare into a display window at a particularly cute outfit. Ah, Guilty, look! That lamp is so cute! Which one? The one shaped like an eagle. Oh, that's like the same one she saw before, right? When I pointed it out, I noticed Guilty letting out a particularly long sigh. Yeah, it's definitely cute. But if we put another lamp in our room, I won't be able to fall asleep. Oh, I guess that's true. It really was cute, but Guilty had a point. Anyway, didn't you say you wanted a new dress? What kind of dress did you have in mind? Oh, right. I looked around and my attention was quickly drawn to the display window of another shop. Oh, that one is pretty. What do you think? Is that a good match? I pointed out the red dress I'd noticed, but Guilty seemed hesitant. Huh? Don't you think it's a little too mature for you? Huh? No, I don't think so. Honestly, I did think it was too mature for me, but it seemed like something he would like, and I wanted that for him. Of course, I couldn't say that to him directly. It felt too childish. It must be mature for her demon buddy. Well then, what about this one? I looked back at him and it was clear he wasn't paying attention. His eyes were focused on something. Was he looking for another delicious dream? But I'm his girlfriend. Annoyed, I yanked his hand and shoved our ice cream right in front of his face. But... oh. Oh, okay, look, he's got fuzzy pants. It's like they just took his sweater, his casual sweater, and just like put it on his legs. Wonder if he has hooves. It doesn't pan out that far though. But it would make sense if he looked like some sort of satyr. Look at those fuzzy breeches. Also the wedding dresses in the background. Here, eat up! When I did that, he looked puzzled and then completely confused. Hey, come on. You do remember that nobody besides you can see me, right? Yeah, sure. But you ignoring me is worse than other people thinking I'm some kind of weirdo. You know, think she's on drugs or something. I've never ignored you. But I just caught you looking at another woman. What? No, I was just looking at some clothes I thought might suit you. Huh? Clothes that might suit me? I looked where Guilty was pointing and saw a woman built exactly like me. You'd probably look good in that, right? That's why I was looking at her. Come on, you can't think I care about her dreams. Are you sure? Is he still eating her dreams? Does that drain humans if he eats their dreams too many times? Or is he just sneaking out to catch a bite? Absolutely. Then, can you try giving me a little attention? Honestly, this wasn't the place to tell him how I felt, but I just wanted him to kiss me. Guilty chuckled at my modest request. You're acting like such a baby today. Maybe, but... Whenever I was with Guilty, I was worried that I was acting too childish. He was always looking into the distance, like a proper adult. I felt like he might leave me and go somewhere else. He might. He might say like, live a normal human life, bye. Having some ice cream? Or he's gonna... Oh, he's doing the smooches. I stood frozen in place, and he came up and kissed me. You don't want attention, right? You want a kiss. He licked his lips and looked me right in the eye. It's not fair. Even when I don't say what I'm thinking, he gives me exactly what I want. But people are looking at us. You remember that nobody can see me, right? We kissed again, and Guilty licked his lips. This salted caramel ice cream is so delicious. Wait, I want you to try this part. Shh. When I shouted out, he put his finger to my lips. Keep yelling like that and people will think you've gone crazy. but you? I know. Maybe my little tricks have gone too far. Guilty glanced around and gently let me go. He looked at me in the eye, clearly anxious. Listen, Lynette. Are you sure I'm the one? All of a sudden, he lowered his voice, as if he wanted to make sure we were alone. If you dated Guile or Austin, you could have coasted through life together. You wouldn't have to care about anyone else. Maybe. But you're the only one I care about, Guilty. I'm only happy when I'm with you. Even if people look at me strange, I've never been happier when I'm talking with you. I smiled and handed the ice cream back to him. So here you go. Enjoy your ice cream. I want to share this flavor with you. Good God. Can you not understand the people who just want you to be happy? Although, I let you take care of me, so I guess I can't talk. Guilty sighed softly and revealed a gentle smile. Fine. I guess I can have a little bit. Good, here you go. He bit into the ice cream and smiled sweetly. Ah, it's really tasty. It's so sour. Yeah, right? I knew you'd say that, Guilty. As usual, when he tastes something sweet, he describes it as sour. It's probably a demon thing, but I still find it endearing. Good, then have some more. Then let's go have some bubble tea. You love that, right? Did I tell you that? Of course. Wait, when did you say that? I don't remember, but I know you love that texture. So let's go. Pretty please? I tried to look into his eyes, but he seemed to be looking somewhere far away. As if he was remembering another time, but he still looked so kind. Sure. Let's go get some bubble tea later. No, he's remembering past Lynette. Great. Then I'll make sure not to eat anything till then. Okay. You're basically a professional at indulging me. I just want you to be happy. But now, I don't think I can live without you. That's good though, right? Even as a demon, I don't understand you. He smiled calmly, as if he made peace with something. I'll always be with you, even if you don't want me to. I'll be there. We ate our ice cream and smiled at each other. I don't care if people think I'm weird. I've never been happier. Guilty, an invisible demon. I ate our ice cream as if I'd already accepted our sin together. Okay, is that the end? I don't know if I like that very much. That felt weird. This doesn't feel happy. And like, Allan's just always gonna be wistfully looking at the past, like, Lynette that, like, loved him before. This Lynette just feels like a completely different person. Oh. Alright. Well, there's still more endings to be had. There's probably gonna be, like, a funny ending somewhere. Like in the bad endings, we have 2 bad endings to go. Let's see. So load save file 2, which I think it's probably this one. Yes, let's load this one. Now this one has a little bit more choices, so it looks like we get a little bit more deeper into the story. Picked up the drink menu. We want to hand over the menu. Skip. Yeah, I guess maybe, like, it looks like some of the endings, it just depends, like, how far your love gauge is with him. And I guess that just determines when the story ends. Your memories. Remember them, Lynette. Don't become a human. Become crazy college girl who talks to herself. Been on too many drugs. It wasn't scary. for lost time. Got a few chapters with no choices. I gotta like blow my nose. I feel like my noise is like very nasally. Even though I'm mostly recovered from my wind fit. We went to Greece. Are we gonna get kidnapped? Yep. To the underworld. Kinder than anyone. Okay. So we're back on the normal track. We picked the same choices last time. We say a kiss with him. Remember the kiss. Remember that kiss in the rain. And then we pick, why do we look so sad? Or why do you look so sad? Allan, why do you look so sad? Have we met each other before? I'm forgetting something really important, aren't I? He kept his distance away from me and tried to force a strong smile. You don't have to worry about it. Even if we had met before, that person no longer exists. What remains now is a tainted incubus. A demon that feeds on the dreams of humans. Oh, okay. Skip. Oh, okay. Hi, Jupiter. All these explosions. Allan gets freaking ganked. Our family's like, don't trust that bad boy demon. We're like, but Daddy, I love him. Like, you're a human. He's a human, you're a mermaid. But Daddy, I love him. Skip. I don't think I almost thought there was like a Disney like dating sim. Because I remember going to Anime Expo and it had like a lot of protagonists that just look like handsome Disney characters. If they were like otome characters. But it might have been like a different game. I don't know. There's someone that looked like hot Hades, and like Hades from Hercules, he has some weird proportions. But like it almost looked like they like crafted him into like an otome boy instead. I was like, I thought that was kind of funny. Just thinking of Hades from Hercules. Looking like that. Especially since he was like a lot of comic relief in that movie. Alright, we're falling. With style. There's something I felt like I could do. Alright, it says best love match. Well, this isn't... There isn't really an ending where I had to pick the wrong love match. Is this gonna be... Alright, let's see. Is this a new chapter? Look at the flowchart. Where are we at? Silent happiness. That is different. Yeah, that's off course. Alright, we're on silent happiness. I held on to his body tightly as we fell. Allan, if I said that you and I could both turn back into angels, what would you say? Oh, are we gonna turn into angels in this chapter? What? We can be together, just like we were before. We can live in heaven and peace. With this divine artifact, we can turn back into angels. And since we're the ones that caused all this trouble in the first place, there's no way they'd ever choose us to become gods. So, would you like to go back to that world where we used to live? Wait. Is this a bad end? Like, Can we see Allan in angel form? That would be nice. I asked him that question, his eyes filled with tears. Then he smiled at me and spoke. That's my greatest wish in the world. Oh, hi, Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter's perspective. I was standing there, staring at Cupid's bow and Juno's divine artifact, both of which had returned. Since they came back, that means Cupid didn't become Juno, and went somewhere else. But where could she have gone? I hope her soul didn't simply vanish. In order to see those final moments, I reached out and touched Juno's divine artifacts. That's all it took to understand everything. Voice modulator.
So, they've returned to their angel forms.
I closed my eyes and scanned all of heaven for them. There they were. 2 angels joined as one, just like before. Despite having their own minds, their own emotions, angels cannot speak. That must be awful for them. But still, the 2 of them looked so happy together. They were soaring all across heaven. When I realized I would never hear her voice again, I felt sadness, an emotion I'd long forgotten. But I am the god of all gods. I cannot afford to let personal feelings get in the way of my duty. All that matters is what happens now.
I need to find another angel to become the new Cupid. And the new Juno. But I truly am glad that the 2 of them didn't just vanish for good.
Okay, Jupiter doesn't seem like that much of a bad guy. It's all Mercury's fault that this all happened. Blame Mercury. That guy's an a-hole. I whispered that quietly to myself to ensure no other living soul would hear me. Truth be told, I enjoyed watching the 2 of them over those hundreds of years. They were filled with so much joy. I would watch them whenever I could, and their joy became my joy. They both cared for each other so much, without ever sharing a single word. What kind of love would you call that? As the god of gods, the only love I've ever personally felt is that of family. A kind of fraternal love. Which is why I was so interested in the love between those 2. Their innocence was adorable. As I watched them in heaven, it was like watching a little bird in a cage. That's kind of sad too. And the fact that they're still alive makes me happy once again.
I'm so sorry, my sweet angels. Please enjoy your time together in peace.
In fact, those 2 were the last angels to be born in pairs. On that fateful day, Mercury decided to change the way heaven operated. Since then, no angel has ever been split apart. Okay. Why didn't they just do that before instead of being like, alright, we'll just split angels in 2 and then pick one and then throw out the other. Like, just disregard their feelings. I don't know. Is it like more efficient? It's like, oh, we're just splitting resources. Cutting the food in half. All they have to occupy their time is to heed the commands of their gods. After all, who could better understand the pain of those paired angels than the gods? If they had nobody to care for in the first place, then certainly their suffering would end. Okay, but they still get used up and, like, used and abused. Used and consumed. Alright. I'm okay with that ending, actually, though, because I don't know, I feel like Allan, he was very guilty about becoming a demon. Like, it ate him up doing like bad things, all those sins he felt like he couldn't be with Lynette. Like just being able to like purify him of that felt good because like we feel like we got to redeem him. Too bad we didn't get to see Angel Allan though. I wanted to see that. But yeah, and I mean going back to heaven doesn't seem like they'd be particularly safe either, because like I don't know, maybe later on Mercury could be like, you know what, no, that one become a god, like you become a god now. But I guess Jupiter is like looking out for them. He's not gonna let that happen, just let them be in peace for all eternity. Okay, so we got one more bad ending. That didn't feel like a bad ending. I feel like that was a nice ending. So let's load save file 3. Let's pick a few options. What I remember is, instead of the kiss, remember a night with him. Remember that bedroom fest. Remember the hanky-panky. I remember the ceiling of the room where we first slept together. That dark, gentle room. His name isn't guilty. His real name is... Allan. Okay. We remember with the night of passion. And then we select, why do you help me? It seems like it's like a one choice difference to get this bad ending. Alright, Jupiter comes down, smotes him. Smotes him with lightning. And then we tell our family that he's not a bad boy. Yeah, that's a kind of a... It was like a one choice difference between like one bad ending to the next. Skip. Now we gotta sneak out. The divine soldier has fallen in love. Oh, this is going a lot farther. Allan, no. Claire's and her sausages. Hands clasped at the end. Go back to heaven. I'm guessing we're gonna jump off and... Yep, gonna jump off again. Alright, there's something I felt like I could do. Mania, best love match. Is this like ending just split in 3? Best love match, alright. Now, what are we on? I feel like we've been at this place before. Okay, looks like we're still farther along. Can I skip this? I held onto his body tightly as we fell. Okay, there's still some more skipping. Skip. Okay, we go back to heaven this time. But this time Allan's not gonna want to become an angel, I'm guessing. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna skip that ending. Never gonna let me go. This is a different... weird. Okay, it says it's a bad ending, but usually in bad endings we don't get the credits. Okay, hopefully there was nothing in those credits that was like anything new that we didn't see. Okay. So, bad end 2. Never gonna let me go. And that's how she fell. I fell and became an incubus. And when she fell, she became a succubus, feeding on others' dreams. Oh, so Lynette became like a true demon this route instead of just like that like hybrid. Was she like even she had a tail, but like she still ate human food. So I felt like she was more of a like a human demon hybrid. She was so pure, but I tainted her soul. Lynette's perspective. With my demon wing, we flew together and landed on a hotel rooftop. We sat on the rooftop looking for a meal. Eventually, we sensed a couple sleeping in one of the upper floors. Haha, Allan, look! Don't their dreams seem delicious? Ah, definitely. That looks like dinner. Great. We grasped each other's hands and entered the hotel window. Are we just preying on people? I've become a succubus. Allan is an incubus, so we've basically become a couple. And our meal tonight is the dream of a couple in love. Every night we fly around Los York looking for a similar meal. But since we're a couple, we don't want to eat our meals separately. Oh, okay. Gotta do that together too. So lately we've been trying to get into couples' dreams and devour them together. What do you call that? A menage a quartre? Anyway, it's just a dream, right? Gonna have a foursome. So are they having like lewd dreams inside like two different people's dreams? Like, are they just having like, I don't know what you call that, backseat driver sex? Like, what is it? Ah, today's meal was so delicious. After we eat their dreams, we retreat to the rooftop. The night's wind blows against our cheeks. It's so nice to do that with everyone. It's like, okay, it's a nice just little get-together that we're doing. Allan lost in the dream, and the girlfriend, the dreamer. Me in the dream, and the boyfriend dreaming the dream. That's a mouthful. The four of us. So delicious, made more sweet with the spice of sin. It's so addictive. That's such a demonic line. Naturally. Being a demon is so much fun. No gods scold me like my dad did, and I don't have any quotas to meet. We can live freely, doing whatever we want. How fun is that? You've completely become a demon, huh? Allan looked at me with a feeling I've never seen before. As if he was feeling the weight of bringing a pure god down to his level. If that was the case, I wanted to make it clear how happy I was to be with him. Allan, listen. I love you. I know. And I love you too. Are you happy being with me? Of course. And you? Obviously. I can't imagine being happier. You don't regret anything. Why would I? But do you? I know Allan really regrets probably bringing Lynette down to his level. And he regrets sinning so much. But I don't know. Lynette seems to be good with it. Of course not. I'm happier than I've ever been. Then, could you kiss me? I would like nothing more. He leaned in and kissed me as gently as ever. Ah, is that all? I smiled at him, hoping that would prompt him. I felt a spark light in his heart. Oh, whoa, okay. Bad ending? What do you mean bad ending? This is extra good ending. This is extra happy ending. Oh, I didn't know I was gonna get a CG for this. Oh, Lynette. You look fabulous, darling. You really thought you'd get through that unscathed? And what are you gonna do to me? Also, that outfit is very risque. Are you wearing any underwear, girl? Or is it just like tucked really deep in your butt crack? Wearing a thong. I smiled at him, playing innocent. He stroked my leg. You've been practicing, haven't you? He smiled, showing his fangs. The smile of a demon. I think maybe I forgot. Could you show me again? My stomach was full of dreams, but my body was still hungry. My body is ready. What happened in a dream was nothing like what happened in real life. You taught me about this, Allan. So you have to show me. I smiled like the demon I was. Allan stared deep into me and bit into my lip. What a naughty girl. You've done well. We bite into each other. Our tongues intertwine. I need more than fingers. I search. Demons are indeed greedy. But despite our greed, we don't need anything more than each other. This moment is meant for couples. We were once two angels divided. Our connection is deeper than anyone's in the world. Allan, I love you. Lynette, what are we doing? A kiss that melts like honey. We bite and scratch at each other's shoulders. Okay, they like it rough. Alright. I show my throat to him. He looks up to the moon in the sky. Oh, they're wings! Have you heard the tale about the lovers in Los York who has a perfect dream? Okay, I gotta bask in Lynette's wingliness. First time we get to see wings on her. When you have that dream, you see a demon that comes to kiss you. Anyway, that's just a rumor people have been hearing in the subway. Together, we became a legend. Hey, do you think we'll become a legend together someday? An ex-Cupid and an ex-angel who fell and became demons. Fallen, violated, adored, immolated. We will sprinkle our fragrance like a ripened fruit. Allan, oh, more! Oh! Girl, get a room! I guess it's private enough on the roof. You're so greedy. Okay, hold on. If you want, I'll help you fall over and over again. See? I feel like I'm dreaming again. Dreams are supposed to be happy, right? So give me another delicious dream. I shake off my one remaining wing and gaze up at the twinkling stars. I've fallen, and maybe I'm filthy, but that's not enough to be apart from him. Our happiness is enough to keep us together for all time. They're just angels with filthy souls. I entrust myself to our delight in the moment and sink my nails into his back. Oh, alright. I like this ending. I don't know, this feels like more of a true ending. I like the notion of them either falling one way or another. Yeah, the happy end, normal end I did not like at all. Her just being a human and seeming like a crazy lady. The happy ending, it felt like, I don't know, not really half-baked. I mean, they were still happy. They made like a promise to be together for all eternity. That's really sweet. But like the fact that they do this thing where like the protagonist transforms into like this thing, but doesn't have like any of the negatives of being that thing, like be it monster or demon or like some other thing. Like I feel like Lynette, she became a demon, but not really a demon in that route, because like she still did human stuff. Like she was pretty much a human with a tail. But like them becoming angels was really nice because I feel like that saved Allan, like all of his guilt, and then like them just like falling together as true demons felt really good too. Yeah, because that felt a little bit more committed to one side or the other. Okay, so we did all of Allan's endings. I'm gonna go backtracking a little bit. We have a common route ending that we could get either by fulfilling Raoul's or Allan's route. So we did both already, so I do have a separate save for this. I think it was this one, Wasted Love. Right? It was after Raoul's route. I decided to make a save for that. And like it gives you the choice of using the Cupid's arrow. I guess like all the other routes we did before that. Lynette had that conundrum, but then she pretty much just made the choice for you. Like, no, I'm not gonna use it. But this time we can give in to our to our desires. Going back to the common route. Well, I am the real deal Cupid. I've been matchmaking like this for ages. Alright, so we have the choice to use the Cupid's bow at the end of the common route. I'm not sure, I think this is like when the Parasite 5 like just like give up and like turn in their resignations. Like they're not gonna be members anymore. Lynette's like gives in to her inner demons. She's like, you know what? Like, no, let's use the bow. Well, just one time. No one will find out. My instincts urged me to take action. Lynette. I ignored Clarice and stood up to follow that outraged member. Oh, okay, so, wait, I think it's a different scenario. Some other couple broke up. Or like some other client was being unruly. And then the Parasite 5, like, turned in the resignations after that. For the first time since coming to the human realm, I used Cupid's bow. And we get the ending. Parasite Harem. Guess Lynette couldn't stop after one. It was the first time I'd ever used my Cupid's bow since arriving in the human realm. A few days after that, I found myself surrounded by every member of the Parasite 5. Oops. Say Okay, so this is the different one. We did a common route bad end before where they were like doing practice dates on us, but this is considered different. Hey, no fair. Gil, here, eat mine too. Oh no. Oh no, she just has a menagerie of men now that they're just like... I want you to eat mine as well. Oh, are we talking about food now? Or something else? And mine. I would be honored if you would try mine. Wait, so did we shoot Allan with the bow? He didn't disappear. He didn't just, like, get purified. Spoons are coming at me from 5 different directions. What should I do? Picking any one of them is sure to cause trouble with everyone else. There was a specific reason this was happening. I used my arrow on that customer. Soon after, she met the love of her life, and not long after that, they were married. Oh no, and then she couldn't stop after that. It's like, oh, she got addicted to the easy way out. The effect was so fast and efficient. It made me reconsider my own beliefs. I began to doubt the methods I'd been using so faithfully over the last 2 years. I thought maybe us gods really should be using our divine powers to help humans connect with each other. Isn't that the bad thing for her, though? Because, like, doesn't that, like, consume her soul to use the bow? So I shot my arrow into every member of the Parasite 5. But they just ended up falling in love with me. Oh, is it implying that, like, you're actually their true love? Like, no one else they could pair with no one else but you. It was fated to be. How weird. So sorry. I never imagined I'd be compatible with all of you. Why are you apologizing? We all love you from the bottom of our hearts. Don't you worry about a thing. We've got you. Raoul doesn't mind sharing, I guess. Oh God, Lynette. There's too many guys. 5 guys. Dear God. Raoul pushed me down onto the sofa and began to kiss me. Oh no, right here? With an audience? I love you so much. I want you to only have eyes for me. Raoul showed no signs of letting up. I started tearing up when Ruki stepped up and pushed Raoul away. Oh, it's gonna be not a cat fight, but... Look at me too. I refuse to be left out. And don't think I don't know what I'm doing just because I'm younger. Oh, smooch. Before I could tell him to slow down, he went in for a kiss of his own. What the heck is going on? I thought true love was only between 2 people. Oh, Lynette, you found the polygamous route. It was strange, without a doubt. The effects of Cupid's bow is only supposed to last for 30 days. After that, any budding love that went unrequited should disappear. But it's been way more than 30 days! Okay, you're stuck, girl. You got yourself into this mess. Yeah, don't know what to say. Enjoy! So the arrow's influence should have been gone, and yet the current situation persisted. I'd very much like you to kiss me too. I've always had to hold back at the office. Oh no, she's getting like 5-manned here. Lynette's like a dungeon, getting 5-manned. And now even my own boss was kissing me, even though he was supposed to be a dedicated husband. Of course, in the end, that was a lie. He was actually Monsieur Essay all along. When I aimed my arrow and searched for Monsieur Essay, it actually pointed directly at Mr. Snail. She was just probably like, huh. I thought it must be a mistake, so I asked Mr. Snail point blank if he was actually Monsieur Essay. He stood there thinking. Finally, he confessed that he was indeed Monsieur Essay. And so now, I was apparently dating every single member of the Parasite 5. If fans of Parasite House ever saw us together, they'd assumed I had abused my position, which would have caused a huge uproar. I mean, you kinda did. Your position is Cupid. So, we've kept it a secret, and we only get intimate when we're inside the share house. I'm the one who shot these arrows, so I've pretty much just accepted my situation. Look, everyone, the effect should have worn off by now, so can we please just put an end to all this? When I'm with you and get to kiss you, I feel limitless happiness. I was irritated at Allan's comment, but now, I don't think sharing you is bad. All I need is you to keep responding to me. Oh no. I think I could get used to this. It's not the worst situation in the world. Yeah, you're my first love. I can't find satisfaction with anyone but you. Same here. I've never experienced a kiss as sweet as the ones I get from you. I'm afraid you must take responsibility. With all 5 of them? Allan, where are you? There you are. Besides, it feels good, doesn't it? We're all happy, so what's the problem? There's nothing to feel bad about. But poor Lynette, like... she must be so tired. Allan stroked my cheek, and I couldn't help but feel resigned to my situation. Well, Cupid's bow can only make you fall in love with someone you're already compatible with after all. So I can't deny that I must be compatible with all of them. If that's what my divine artifact says, it must be true. Then, I guess it really is fine. As I came out of my mental haze, I saw all 5 of them staring at me. Oh god, they're like hungry beasts. Lynette, run. I think it might be time to go back to Celestia and be like, and just apologize to your dad. Just be like, I'm sorry, Dad. You were right. Lynette, I love you. I love you too. I love you as well. And I also love you. Oh, don't put your tongue out, Shelby. You're my boss. Same here. I love you. One by one, they whispered their confessions to me, then kissed me. If I were a human, this would probably be a pretty terrible situation. Okay. Since she's a god, she can just kind of pivot with it. I guess. But this kind of thing happens all the time with gods. Jupiter or Zeus, whichever, has married tons of different women, that's true. The mythology is just like who hasn't he slept with? He has trysts with everyone. As like anything. Transform into animals, and swans, and clouds. And I'm Cupid, right? My arrow exists to make people fall in love. So ultimately, I decided to just go with it. I embraced all 5 of them at once. Okay. There's that ending. So that should be the last common route ending that we were missing. Oh, okay, that was silly. That was funny. Okay, so common route endings complete. This is complete, 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 and complete. So, there is another. I just noticed there's another space to the right. So it does say after completing all five guys, all 5 endings. There is a 6th route that opens up. So, it doesn't say here, but I was kind of wondering like where it was. But I guess there's no choices you have to make to get to the secret ending. You just have to get all the endings, and then it says just start a new game after that, and it'll say like, hey, do you want to do the secret ending? And you just be like, yes, and then you go there. All these guys, all these memories. Ryuki, my first love, my first boy. I think overall, I say I like Allan the best. I said I wasn't gonna like him, but yeah, his was a whirlwind romance. The bad boy, he was actually not so bad. He did everything to save Lynette. That one felt pretty nice. Okay, there's more down here. I think, yeah. I like the bad one. I like the bad CG that we got. Both of them becoming demons. Okay. So that is it for Allan. Yeah, I guess join us next time. We'll finish up with the 6th route. And that'll be the end of Cupid Parasite. I'm excited. I wonder who the last guy is. I mean, I could probably hazard a guess. Because, I mean, obviously, it's not gonna be any of these guys, obviously. But yeah, I could hazard a guess based on, like, the portrait characters that we've seen. It's probably gonna be someone that we've seen before. And has, like, a portrait. Unless it is just decided to design someone totally new and just come out of left field. But I have a feeling it's gonna be someone that we met before. Alright, anywho, I hope you guys are having a fun time with this. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.